new life as a street ride. Welcome to the Town Fair Tire Recognition Award Series. Each week we're going to be giving away an award to recognize a classic car owner throughout New England. I'm here with Jim Giuliano. He's the Vice President of Marketing and Advertising for Town Fair Tire.
Paul, Town Fair Tire is a proud sponsor of the Recognition Award Series. At the end of the series, we're going to have a Town Fair Tire Choice Award winner for the $500 gift certificate.
It's going to be very exciting. Jim, I want to introduce you to A.J. DeSilva. He owns this 1960 Ford pickup truck.
AJ, tell us a little bit about your truck.
Well, it's a 1960 Ford pickup truck, custom. It's got a chop top on it. It's got a Morrison tubular frame. It's got a 340 Roush motor in it, custom interior, stereo, and she's tubbed.
Well, I tell you, on behalf of Town Fair Tire and Cruising New England, I'd like to present you with your award and your certificate on a great-looking vehicle.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
Get to Town Fair Tire. You always get free mounting, free flat repair, free tire rotation, free snow tire changeover. Drive with confidence. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Town Fair Tire.
Mike Katz played with the New York Jets and is an owner of Planet Fitness Club, but he's best known as the bodybuilder in the movie Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger. His car is a tribute to that movie. Mike, why Pumping Iron?
I started lifting weights in the 50s and started my love of hot rods in the 50s and was able to star in the film and the book Pumping Iron with Arnold, Governor Schwarzenegger, and Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk, and the world's strongest man, Franco Columbu. And when the movie came out, the book came out, I wanted to marry the hot rodding of the 50s along with my co-starring in the film Pumping Iron and make a automotive art tribute to the movie and to also my love of 50s street rods. This is my tribute to street rodding and the nostalgic 50s, and also as a response to all bodybuilders and physical fitness people throughout the country.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, right away, when you look at the automobile, you have to look at the graphics. Let's talk about the graphics.
This scene is with my son, who is now almost 40, but in 1975 he was 5. And I was on the front lawn of my house and I was feeling his muscle and said, you know, Michael, you know, let me feel your muscle. And he flexes his muscle here. And his sister, which is on the other side of the car, because if I didn't get my daughter in, I would have been in real trouble. So this meant a lot to me, my children, my son here, and then my son and daughter on the other side. Of course, Arnold in his great prime, not so much as the governor, because he's at a different point in his life. This is Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk. That's myself coming out of the bottom of the car.
Now, how many horsepower we got here?
Oh, it's probably, I've never dynoed it, but we figure it's, you know, with the blower going, it's probably 500 to 600 horsepower. What we're going to do is we're going to get Hilborn, one of the oldest names in fuel injection, to adapt a velocity stack style EFI, electronic fuel injection system, to a blower. It's never been done.
Mike, thanks for bringing this beautiful street rod here today. Environmentally friendly. What more could you ask for? Don Gobin, was this the first year of the Chevy Impala?
Yep, this is a 1958 Chevy Impala, and it's equipped with most of the options that were available for that year. Power steering, power brakes, factory air, power windows, the Wunderbar radio, which will search for your radio stations. It has the Autronic eye over here, where if you're going down the street with your high beams on, and then a car approaches you, that eye will put your high beams automatically to low beam.
Okay, now this is Rio Red. Now that's an original color in 1958.
Yes, when I had this car restored, I restored it back to all original, the way it was in '58. It's called Rio Red. It sometimes looks red, and other times it looks somewhat orange.
The interior is gorgeous. Tell me about the interior.
Yep, this is the patent they came out with for 1958. It obviously was designed to match the Rio Red, and it's pretty unique.
So everything on this automobile is completely all stock.
This car is completely stock. It's just the way you could have went to a dealer and ordered this back in 1958.
Bob, did you really learn to drive in one of these trucks in the 1950s?
Yes, I did. I learned to drive on a truck very similar to this on my grandfather's farm in the early 50s. And when I had a chance, I bought this and did a frame-off restoration with it. We modified the flathead engine a little bit. We put on some modifications that were available in the mid-30s from Henry Ford. As far as the rest of the truck goes, I have a milk can collection and milk bottle and milk crate collection in the back, which were from the original farm. I had a lot of fond memories back on the farm, and this truck is to attest to it.
I love this truck. It's a really nice truck, but I'll bet you the truck from your farm didn't look like this one.
No, it didn't. I had three brothers, and although I didn't have a hand in it, my three brothers sure beat that thing into the ground in a hurry. And after it was gone, I always missed it.
It's a beauty.
Thank you.
When we come back, a three-wheeler that flies down the road and a prime example of a kit car.
Tired of waiting for delivery of your classic car parts? You need NPD. National Parts Depot continues to be the nation's leading source for quality restoration parts and supplies for Ford Truck, Mustang, Camaro, Chevelle, and Firebird. With 4 strategically located superstores, you'll find everything you need shipped to your door within 1 to 3 business days. For your free catalog, visit NPD online or call toll-free. Don't be the last guy on the block to get your ride rolling. NPD takes the frustration out of restoration.
Find out what's happening. Get up-to-date information as I travel throughout New England and beyond. To get exclusive information and behind-the-scenes photos, join me on Facebook.
Eggy Machine Company provides vintage domestic engine components for the nostalgic automotive enthusiast. We manufacture our pistons in Southern California with old-school craftsmanship and modern technology. Visit Eggy.com. Ron's Auto Restoration and Sales, professional Corvette restorers for 25 years, specializing in early and mid-year Corvettes with mechanical and cosmetic upgrades for all years right up to the new C6. Call us at 800-524-6195 for all your Corvette needs.
Find out more about Cruisin' New England Productions, our television show, car show series, and magazine. Visit our website at www.cruisingNewEngland.com.
The Lars Anderson Auto Museum in Brookline, Massachusetts is the oldest car museum in New England. Open year-round, the museum hosts lawn events, lectures, and a variety of exhibits. Visit larsanderson.org.
The best mobile DJ entertainment for your next event. GaryJamesShow.com or 800-726-4216. Gary James Show from WMEX. Cruisin' New England Productions advertising and sponsorship opportunities. Cruisin' New England magazine has been updating auto enthusiasts with event information and special features for over 15 years. Cruisin' New England, the fun car show Show Series includes the Elite Dream Machines at Mohegan Sun, the All Wheels Nationals on Cape Cod, the Super Wheel Showdown on City Hall Plaza, Boston, and the Spooktacular Cruisin' Classic. Cruisin' New England with Paul Manette on Nesson showcases magnificent collections of automobiles, memorabilia, collectibles, cruise night, and car show segments. For more information, call 508-428-8055.
We're back at the Elite Dream Machines at Mohegan Sun. Now here's an unusual dream machine. We're going to have a look at Bill Young's half motorcycle, half car. Bill, what is it?
It's a 1976 Moto Guzzi three-wheeler that a bunch of friends of mine from our neighborhood built. Basically, the motorcycle was a bike that I owned for 10 years prior to us taking it apart and making a different format. We were partial to the old-fashioned Volkswagen lightweight wheels. If you remember the Bugs, everybody put these on because they were tricked. MP type wheels. We made the taillights out of black pipe. The parts came from a junkyard. The interior was done by a friend of mine in Florida. We made up plywood panels, sketched out a bunch of drawings, sent them to Tampa. He did the interior without ever seeing the car.
Now, when you say junkyard, you got parts out of a junkyard. What'd you take out of the junkyard?
Actually, these roll bars were pipes that we formed, made little hangers on a little frame. So if you take the seat out, you'll see where they just sit in a little holder. Everything you see here were pieces that just came from pieces of cars that we just were impressed with. And we just brought them home, laid them on the floor in the garage, started trying to put an idea together.
And you fabricated all the side pipes here,
yep,
all the way to the front end.
Yep. The mufflers came out of J&P motorcycle catalog. The fishtail ends, it was all one piece. The gauges were from the motorcycle. We added a couple of gauges to it. The linkage we put up, it's got a 5-speed transmission that we modified, but it was actually the 5-speed that was in the original motorcycle.
Let's talk about the body itself
Okay.
now. The body.
Okay.
Where'd this come from?
These pieces are molded from a friend of ours that does fiberglass work on racing boats.
So this is a one-of-a-kind shell right here.
Pretty much.
Now what about the front end? Let's talk about the
It's a
front end.
Chevette front end from the junkyard.
This is where the car comes into play here?
Yeah. The A-arms we made up, the coilovers were just an add-on from where we were used to racing cars and stuff like that. We just figured our lengths and put coilover shocks with springs on them. Didn't really go crazy. The power rack, same thing, Chevette, $99 out of the catalog. We measured a lot of the old Morgan motorcycles and things like that they race in Europe. We measured where the center of their brakes were. And we used that as a starting point to make our front end. So when I put the wider tires on, believe it or not, it handled, I was cut off on Route 9 and lost control of this at 70 miles an hour, and we did not crash. We spun out and was able to keep it under control. So that speaks for itself. It handles very well.
One of the most frequently copied kit cars is the AC Cobra. And Dave Daggett's kit car is a stellar example. Well, let's have a look at the motor, because the motor, you have options on what you can do with the motor. Tell us what you've done here with your engine.
I chose to go with a small block Ford 302 and added a supercharger to it.
You've also done a little chroming.
Yeah, basically anything that could be chromed, I had chromed.
Now, what draws my attention to this vehicle is the beautiful color combination. What have you done with that?
It's Dodge Tangerine, and we played with it a little bit, changed the pearls to make it pop a little bit better.
Now, who built the car for you?
I built it myself with the help of a couple of my friends.
So now you buy the component from Factory 5, and then you did all the rest yourself with some help from your friends?
Basically, yeah.
Dave added more customizing to the trunk.
I took the hinges off the body, and I got hinges that mount on the inside with struts to hold it up instead of having a prop rod.
Now, even the tank cover here for your fuel, is that a stock?
That's a stock.
That's a stock piece, and it's all chromed out?
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk about the wheels. Those are beautiful looking wheels. Why did you pick these wheels?
I wanted chrome. Obviously, I like chrome. The bullet style Mustang rims.
And you've also extended the chrome along the bottom. Tell us what you've done here.